back, baby.
Offense, you know what to do.
It's football time in Tennessee.
Yes, you know.
Get this Tennessee.
All right, everybody, welcome into the latest episode of the 1796 Sports Podcast. We have a special guest with us. We got Mr. Jamal Wallace tonight. Thanks for coming on, Jamal. As always, sponsored by Grade A Grounds Coffee by East Tennesseans. So if you want locally brewed coffee for a great cause, check out our friends at Grade A Grounds. All right, Jamal, thanks for coming on, man. So, you know, you've been involved for a few weeks now, so we'll get right into it. So what kind of stuck out? You want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you land at Tennessee?
So some people that don't know, Tennessee always been my dream school. You got the Eric Berries, Peyton Manning, Inky Johnson. Fun fact, Inky Johnson just followed me back a few days ago, so that's pretty amazing.
Let's go.
But no, what stuck out with you guys is, but your fan base is crazy. The fan base for the Vols is crazy. Like, I didn't even commit here yet, and I landed in Tennessee. And I was like, Jamal, he's committing here, and I've gained over 1,000 followers from you guys. A bunch of text messages like, we supporting you. Whatever you do here, we're gonna support you. We got your back. So that's pretty good to already have a fan base and a support system before I even get to play.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's we take pride in it. It could be a little intimidating, I guess, but Tennessee fans are like, I told Bennett Warren last week, I'm like, there's guys that played one season 20 years ago, and they're still VFLs. Like, everybody still loves them. They get recognized in Knoxville. So It's awesome. So you're from Kansas City originally, right?
Yeah.
And then you went to Sierra College. So how'd that journey go?
Oh, it was actually crazy. I just make it a little short because it's a long story. So I'll make it a little short for us. So my junior year, I was a great athlete in Missouri, and a bunch of coaches, high school coaches, like hit me up like, hey, come play your senior year at our school. We feel like you can win a state championship for us. And in high school, I was 190 pounds, a receiver, corner, and safety. So those was the three positions that I took at in high school. So my senior year came, I ended up transferring to another school called William Chrisman. Now my cousin had ended up getting going to Texas Longhorns from their school, and that's was like look, we just got your cousin at a D1 school. We know we can get you somewhere. Just come here and play for us. So that's what got me to go to William Chrisman. So I ended up going to William Chrisman. I ended up getting an offer from Nebraska, and then my old school appealed my transfer because I was getting recruited. You can't get recruited out of high school. So, so I got recruited by different high schools, so that's not allowed. Just wanted to, clear that up. So, so I ended up transferring. All that happened, and then Misha denied my transfer, saying that I did get recruited to go to another school. So my senior year got denied. I couldn't play sports at all. So the Nebraska offer got taken away because it was just word of mouth. Like, the coach was just going off of what my coach had said. And since I didn't have no film for junior or senior year anymore, they was like, we can't do nothing with it, So that offer got taken away. And I didn't know anything about JUCO. So I'm fishing, looking around. And then Missouri Western had ended up giving me an offer. And then their whole coaching staff ended up getting fired. So I'm like, okay, well, football might be done for me because, that's all I had. And then Coach Bobby at ELAC, he ended up calling me. He was like, look, you still available? We want you. We can get you out and come here and play safety. At the time, I was still 190. So I went down there. COVID happened. I had to go back home to Missouri. And then I thought I was done then. And then I started to gain weight in 2020. I started gaining weight in 2020. And when I went to Sierra, I was 302 pounds.
Wow. Okay. So you didn't, that answers another question. So you didn't, you weren't originally defensive lineman.
Oh, no.
I've never bulked up.
the only years I played defensive lineman is at Sierra. I've never played defensive end before. I was always a skill guy.
That's crazy, yeah, because Tennessee's website has you at 6'3", 304.
Yeah.
So is that what you're going to play at probably?
No, no. So the 304 came from me just being on so many official visits. You know, if you want to know what's official visits, they want to feed you constantly over and over. And I haven't had a chance to really come home and do any movement for real. So that's what that how that 300 came, because I can gain weight easy and also can lose weight pretty fast too. But I think my playing weight is going to be at 275, 280 maybe.
Awesome. Now we'll let normal Vol fan get in here. Did you want to ask Jamal a question?
So, I mean, have you gotten an opportunity to be in Neyland yet?
Neyland? I don't know what that is. No, I probably haven't, if I don't know what it is.
Okay, well.
That's the stadium.
Oh, the stadium. Yeah. I've been. That thing is huge. I walked out there. I got videos and everything. I walked out there. Oh, my God.
So were you able to experience a game yet?
No, I haven't experienced the game. I like watching practice more than games. So, practice.
You're definitely in for a treat, because let me tell you, it's life-changing when you go to a game, especially I wish you got to experience the night game against South Carolina this year. We talked to Bennett Warren about that and how the atmosphere will turn a lot of heads for recruits, because there's nothing like Neyland. And it's, I'm trying to be unbiased about it, but, I've been to a couple stadiums. There's nothing like it. And even when the team's bad, that stadium's packed.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, my one question is, so are you going to be playing defensive tackle, or are you going to be playing an edge?
Oh yeah, so Coach G planned, just because I've never had my hand in the dirt. So we're going to train for that. But to start out, I'm going to be a defensive end. First down, second down, I'll be edge rusher. Third down, fourth down, I'll be defensive tackle. And then my senior year, I'll be more defensive tackle than anything.
Okay, that's awesome. So are you going to be able to get in and learn from Big O? Big O is one of the best to do it at Tennessee, so that's going to be a really good opportunity for you. What's the biggest thing you're excited about going to Tennessee?
Learning from Coach G that he took an opportunity. Well, he took a chance. He's taking a chance on me. And I've never played defensive end, really, just my first 2 years. And one of the best coaches is like, I can do something with this kid. He can eventually be great and become a great player in the NFL. That's amazing. And for one of the best coaches to want to take a chance on me, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah. And I was saying it to them before we even started the pod. I've watched her film, and there's certain things about players that you could tell with film. I don't really care about the fundamentals. I could tell you play with and I know the 247 guys said this on their thing, but I could see it too. Like, you play with like a violence to you. And you remind me a lot of the guy coming in from Middle Tennessee. A lot of people say, oh, he's just from Middle Tennessee. But Jacoby Thomas, I mean, he plays with violence. He's going to hit you with violence. And we want guys like that.
Yeah. So the reason why I kind of play like that is because I really think about, I got to feed my family, and I can't let you stop me from feeding my family. So whatever I got to do to feed my family, I'm going to do it. And I don't I can't let you stop me from doing that.
No, that's a great attitude to have.
Yeah, that's a great mindset. I think that's awesome. And we're not pro scouts by any means, but we all watched your tape, because any recruit that we get excited about. So we're watching your tape and your highlights, and you just don't look like a JUCO guy. Like, we're just like, that's a guy that should be playing D1. And I'm glad that you're getting a chance. I mean, all that you've been through, COVID, losing your senior year, like, it's the cream always rises to the top. So it's good to see you finally getting your chance. And I mean, you're going to have 100,000 people screaming every Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Me personally, I'm not saying that I regret going JUCO. I'm very grateful that I went to JUCO, just because I always wanted to go to Tennessee. And God probably thought that me coming out of high school going to Tennessee wasn't right for me. Well, I wasn't ready for that. So he took me a longer route, and I ended up getting there. So I'm very grateful that I took the JUCO route, and it also makes you grateful for whatever you get at the next level, which is the D1 level. So,
Absolutely. And who knows if you would have gone to Nebraska right away, like you might not have been able to put as much tape out there, like if you went
right.
you went to JUCO and you got to star a little bit. So,
Mm-hmm.
you have more tape for D1 schools. Let's let Astro get in here. Astro, I know you've done some research on Jamal. Did you have anything you wanted to ask him?
Yeah, I just got a couple of questions here. Number one, it's rare that we get to talk to someone who's played this many positions. So I'm going to ask you, like, what is your dream position? Like, if you could do any spot on the field, no holds barred, what position you playing?
I will have to say strong safety. Strong safety, just because I get to fly around and hit all the little skinny athletes that they got the and I get to, like, I'm one of them ones that like to see what's going on, like in the backfield. So I get to tell the defensive line scoot over, bump out, or one of them type of guys. But I like to fly around and punish players and make them feel like, all right, it's gonna be a long day, or I don't want to catch the ball when I see number whatever I have on. So strong safety. I would love to play that, but my weight now, and I think my money's worth where I'm gonna get my money at, make my money, is defensive end.
Sweet, awesome. The second thing, the camera is kind of small and blurry, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I see a Juice WRLD poster in the background.
Oh, let me listen. Yeah, that's my favorite artist.
Hey, okay, well, I was going to ask you, what's your favorite album by him?
What's my favorite album? Legends Never Die, I believe. I got it. Yeah, I got it right here. I'm sorry for moving out my apartment, but
no, you're good, man. Same here. That's my favorite one too. I love
I got a bunch of them.
I saw the flag over here, and I was like, man, I think I see 3 9s on that. And then I saw the pink, and I was like, oh, that's Legends Never Die for sure. So that's pretty cool, man. That's all I've got though, Bryce.
Well, speaking of numbers, so what number is your favorite? Do you have like a number that means anything to you, or?
No, not really. I'm not really a numbers guy. If you give me the number, I'm gonna make the number. So it doesn't really matter with me. But if I could have a number and look, what is your number and what do you want for the rest of the 2 years? I will go with 7, just because my girlfriend, she plays at Toledo and her favorite number is 7. She's a dog, so 7 would be me. But 11, 57, it doesn't matter.
What does your girlfriend do at Toledo?
She plays softball. She's a shortstopper.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
I was a baseball guy, so that's awesome.
Yeah. No, she actually was she was the best athlete in California. We went to the same JUCO actually. She went to Sierra.
I'm just saying, you could get her to come to Tennessee.
Look.
Lady Vols softball's real good.
Softball team.
I'm trying to get her there, but she playing, and she like, I'm loyal. I can't just leave my team like that. I'm like, look, Tennessee gonna love you.
Oh yeah. Our, Lady Vols softball team, won the SEC last year, so that's and could have won it all.
I'm gonna tell you this: she stole over 100 bases in the JUCO level.
Okay.
She got
we need something like that. Our shortstop just left too.
You know what I'm saying? She playing games.
So, have you gotten to meet anybody yet on the team?
No, not really. And I'm not really good with names, so I can't really give you names. But I believe Marco was my host. So and my parents, my auntie and uncle know his family, so we already knew each other there. Who else? I've been talking to Nico a little bit. He's pretty cool. Who else? Yeah, no, I can't remember all the names. Yeah,
no worries. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal to us. We found out that Big O, Amari Thomas, veteran defensive lineman, he's coming back this year. So I think you'll definitely get to know him, and you'll probably learn quite a bit from him. We've got some dogs in our front 7, so I think you'll be in good hands.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think the most I think the person that I really want to play with, I can't wait to get on the field with him, is James Pearson. I believe that's his name, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
They got him the number 1. Is he number 1, right? And
yep.
He was sacks.
Yep.
Yep, him and Tyler Barron. I mean, Tyler left, but James Pierce is definitely a good name to be around. He gets to the quarterback a whole lot.
Yeah.
So
Now,
go ahead, Jim.
now going into this bowl game, are you able to travel with the team yet? Or are you?
No, I'm at home packing. I don't get out there until May.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to be watching the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm definitely watching the game. We got a watch party going on at my house in Vacaville, January 1st.
So being from Missouri, you say Tennessee's been your dream school. You never thought about being a Missouri Tiger?
Oh no.
Good. That's a good answer. We don't like them around here.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Well, I mean, let's just shove it in their face. I mean, they had one good year, and it's like, weren't they just making fun of us for that?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but yeah. So my question is going into this bowl game. What do you think? What's your score prediction for this one?
Iowa got a great defense.
Yeah, they do.
I can't really say too much because I was in there when they were planning for Iowa, so I can't say too much. But Iowa got a great defense, but the offense struggled. The quarterback can't really throw. They like to run the ball a lot. They want to lean on the running game. So hopefully we can stop the run, which we do very good at. I'll probably say the score with Nico is his first start. I'll probably say 28-7.
Like that. I said 28-10. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, Iowa does have a legit defense. I got to give them that. But, I mean.
I think Nico he's going to be too fired up and ready to and throw that thing because we was watching practice and he got a cannon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, learning from Joe, I mean, Joe's probably got the best arm a lot of people have seen in a while.
Yeah.
And, but Nico, man, a lot of people don't realize he's a physical specimen too. I mean, he's 6'6", 215. The kid definitely can throw. I mean, we've seen his film too. But we are definitely excited about Nico.
Slide. I can tell you that he don't like to slide. He gonna take a hit.
Whoa! Hey, if you see him before the game, please slide. We can't be having
text him and be like, bro, we need you to slide.
Yeah, we were all at the UConn game, and Nico got to come in the second half, and he had Jim. You'll know what I'm talking about. He had that big run, and the slide was so awkward. Like you could tell that Coach Hype probably told him like make sure you slide, but he didn't really want to, and he did like kind of half-assed.
Hey, he's been around Joe too long because Joe's a truck. So
yeah, he wanted to run you over.
But that was the biggest thing with Joe is you had to get him going in the game, and it felt like getting him a nice 5 to 10 yard run and hitting that safety and shoving him out of bounds. I still remember being at the Texas A&M game where he just tossed a linebacker. And
threw him on the bench, and that's where
exactly. That was one of the linebackers that entered the portal too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, after that hit, I would have too.
Yeah, get me out of the SEC.
But I think Jamal, Joe Milton he's like a great case study where he wasn't the biggest star or anything. Like he wasn't like a Heisman candidate or anything. But he stuck with us for so long. He got, he obviously had to sit behind Hendon Hooker. And then, he knows that Nico's behind him. And he stuck with us in Tennessee the whole time. Like, he didn't transfer. He could have. He stayed. So he's loved in Knoxville because of that, because he's a VFL. Like, he's loyal. He stayed here and we didn't have to. That's something Tennessee fans really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Just sticking through the good time, because we've been through a lot of bad times. So whenever we have good time, it's just nice to see players that truly bought in. And I feel like Tennessee being your dream school, I know you're bought in. So that's awesome.
Now, you said a lot about Coach G, but being around Heupel, what's he like? Do you enjoy being around him?
Yeah, no, I think he's actually a genuine coach because we had talked a bunch during my official visit, and it was nothing about football. He just entered my personal life. He gave me a little information about his personal life, but it was more of just talking about life. and why do I like playing football. So that was pretty dope that we was on an official football visit and we didn't speak nothing about football.
It's
See,
funny.
and I heard a lot. I heard people say that a lot about him.
Bennett said that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bennett was talking about how, he didn't just feel like a number. He didn't just feel like another recruit. Like Heupel and the staff they took time to get to know him and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Astro or Jim, did y'all have anything else for Jamal?
I was going to ask one more question. I'm just going to ask the goofy stuff today. I apologize. Who is your favorite player at any level, any time period? Who's your favorite player?
As of right now, my favorite player, I can't remember his name, but he plays for the Lions. I watch a lot of his film before I go out and for a game day. I watch a lot of his film. He's number 87, I believe, or 97. It's 97.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, you talking about
Oh,
Hutchinson.
that boy bad. That boy bad.
Michigan boy.
Yeah, that boy bad.
He is. Even though he's a Michigan guy, definitely, he plays with heart,
Yeah,
and he doesn't stop all game. He's getting to that quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And, I think if I want to be an a-hole, I'll probably say Crosby. Crosby, one of them ones. Even though I'm a Chiefs fan, I don't like the Raiders, but he just does something to our quarterback every time he touches the quarterback. That's what I actually learned from him too. I ended up getting penalized for it in one of my games, but what I got from him, he liked to touch the quarterback, even though he don't if he don't make the sacks, but he liked to touch the quarterback to let him know, hey, look, I'm there, I'm coming. But he touched it, and I actually did one of those, but I think I did one too hard, and they threw the flag, and I never did.
they actually spoke about that in Hard Knocks with the Dolphins when they were, prepping for the Raiders to come play them. Was that they had one of the Dolphins linebackers, with a specific jersey on, and they told him every play, doesn't matter if you get to him or not, you go rough up Tua, because Max Crosby, just like you said, is going to do that and get in your head.
Yeah,
and that's good to have, man. You got to have that attitude, especially in the SEC, playing all these big teams. You're gonna get to play a good schedule next year, and what's good about it, man, you get to be inside Neyland for the Alabama game, the Kentucky game, and the Florida game. So you got a nice season coming up of home games.
Yeah, I know there's a period of we go 4 straight home games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I think after the Oklahoma game, you have a nice stretch.
We got a bunch of home games this year.
Is Oklahoma SEC now or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, coming into this year, they will be.
That's
And you guys will be going to Norman to play.
Yeah, your first year at Tennessee, you're kind of entering in right when Oklahoma and Texas join the conference. So you don't just have Bama and Georgia to worry about. You got Texas, you got Oklahoma. So it's awesome.
And we got high hopes for you guys. I honestly, looking at the schedule, being realistic, because obviously I say you guys go 12-0 every year, but realistically, I could see you guys winning 10 games, 9 games, and you get to play in some intense environments, and we'll see.
Hopefully, we can be one of those 12 teams to go to the playoffs.
Well, I think if you guys win 10 games, you have a very good shot of going to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility at all.
Yeah.
So is most of your family in Missouri?
Yes, most of my family in Missouri. My auntie and my uncle stayed down in Vacaville in California.
Gotcha.
Now, I'm going to ask one of Ryan's questions from the other day. If you could sit down at a dinner and have a dinner with anyone, dead or alive, celebrity, anyone, who would it be?
Dead or alive. My grandmother. She passed away, I believe, 10 years ago. And that was the last time I cried. She was the last when she passed away, that was the last time I ever cried. So I think I would love to have a conversation with her just to see, what's going on up there and how she's looking at me and how proud of me is she. So yeah, I think it would be my grandmother.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I lost a grandma too, so I totally know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think she's definitely proud of you.
Hey, there's plenty of seats in Neyland.
Yep.
And this team, man, there's so many there's so many fans going to be cheering for you, dude, and it's hard to explain. And I know you said you've seen it already, but I don't think you've seen the half of what these fans can do, especially during the football season.
I got one more question here. What at Tennessee, your time here, you're gonna be here with us. Like, what is your overall goal? Like, what's one thing you want to get done while you're at the University of Tennessee?
Put my mark on Tennessee, even though I'm only gonna be there for 2 years, so that'd be pretty hard. But I feel like I want to leave a legacy somewhere in Tennessee. The most tackles, the most sacks, the most pressure, something. I want something to be able to tell my kids look, Tennessee was my dream school. I did this in 2 years. You can do whatever you want. So I believe that I just really want to leave my mark somewhere, somehow, some way at Tennessee.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I mean, look at Norman Lott. He came in last year and he set the bar high for him this coming year. So, I mean, 2 years is a long time, and you could definitely get some stuff done. So, don't worry about that. I think you can definitely do that.
Appreciate it.
Well, Jamal, we're looking, we appreciate you coming on. Obviously, we're going to be rooting for you hard. If you need anything once you get to Knoxville, reach out to us. We all know the area. We're all Tennesseans, so we all know the area. So if you ever need anything at all, just let us know. And then is there anything you wanted to say before we get off here?
No, not really. Just go Balls.
Go Balls. That's how we always end it.
Yes,
Go Balls, baby.